Mr. Prokopis Annis brings a wealth of knowledge from Greece, enriched by his fellowship at the University of Utah, where he honed his expertise in orthopedic care. He now applies this global perspective and advanced training to his practice in the UK, contributing to our mission to advance orthopedic care worldwide. His insights reflect the diverse voices shaping this field.
Okay. My name is Prokopis Annis. I'm a spinal surgeon consultant at the Walton Center, Neurosurgical Center in Liverpool, UK. I'm the lead of spinal deformity. So I did my first of all medical school in Italy, and then I returned to Greece for orthopedic specialty. During my training, one of the consultants had worked in Utah for a small period of time, has visited at that time Dr. Dan. And in Greece we don't have fellowship programs, and he kind of proposed me to visit Utah, see how I like the place, and basically this is how it started. I visited back in 2009 for 6 months. It was an amazing experience. At that time it was kind of an observership, so I stayed for 6 months, started doing some research, and returned to Greece for the rest of my residency. And in my mind, I had already decided that I want to get back there for a fellowship. I want to do spine, so Dr. Dan introduced me to Dr. Brodke, of course, and Dr. Brodke had been my mentor since actually. So I was working closely with them, but then with the whole spinal team. In the initial visit, I was kind of free to see other specialties, so I did some work with Dr. Peters, the trauma team, Dr. Higgins, and Kubik at the time. So overall, it was an amazing experience. Yeah, I mean, I remember what brought me to the deformity was that I was seeing in clinic a lot of patients with developing proximal junctional failure following big operations. But then was Dr. Dabbs, Dr. Brodke at that point. So that, I got a lot of interest to understand why, and this is how research started. So we ended up doing lots of papers in Utah. We had presence in the big meetings, SRS, IMAST, EOS national meetings. So that was the start,
Very nice.
And now, for example, usually invited to European meetings in Greece to talk about these topics.
How would you describe the Department of Orthopedics at the University of Utah?
I mean, it's an amazing place, so it's very well organized, professional. They make you feel comfortable. There's a lot of opportunities in the research, and the facility is great for other people to visit. And I mean, overall, Utah is an amazing place, has lots of activities to do, so it's a place I would fully recommend with closed eyes, let's say. I think the experience there that I got helped me to be confident, so I carried on doing this. Of course, there's a lot of advancement in technology. Now the Walton Center will have a spinal robot helping us. And I think because I have a lot of, not only experience, but a lot of passion about this, a lot of young fellows like it, and I think it's kind of an inspiration to carry on doing this difficult part of spinal surgery. The way, Dr. Brodke and the doctors there would act, for me, was an example of how a doctor should be, to respect the patient, respect the colleagues, and give pretty much everything for them.
Apart from the spine service, were there other elements of the university's program that you found as a resource, whether it be connection to the VA, Shriners, the ski lab, cadaver labs? Were there any elements that you found that were particularly helpful?
Yes. I have not operated much on the VA, but it was a great opportunity for the fellows to operate the VA, operate the University of Utah, and then have an option to go to Shriners. So that gives you 3 different locations for training, which is amazing. I did some work in the Shriners. I was following Dr. Dastus and Santora, and it was an amazing experience.
Is there new technology that you're looking at and interested in?
I think the exciting thing with orthopedics is that any technological advancement can apply to what we do. Could be AI, the use of a robot, and that's it's really exciting because it's not a boring specialty.
All right, so what advice would you give to current medical students or residents considering specializing in orthopedics?
I mean, orthopedics is an amazing specialty. There are so many things to do, so many subspecialties. The only advice I would give, they have to be passionate, love what they do, and the rest will come. I mean, what I experienced in the US for me was amazing. So in the UK, we're a bit far away to reach at that level, the level of support that the fellows had. So actually, my goal or our goal here should be to try to get close to what you achieved there, rather than getting better. I mean, Dr. Brodki, I would say for, in Greece, there's no fellowship program. So basically, once we finish the residency, we have to decide what's next, where we can get training. So I think the decision to come to the UK was for me life-changing, So I think what Dr. Brodki and the spinal team offered to me, it was, an amazing, it gives amazing tools to carry on with my career and feel as confident I feel now. Yeah. And we still have great relationship with Dr. Brodki, and I used to, in the first year, call him recently, get advice about cases, and despite he's super busy, he was always available.
That's fun.
And he does this, I'm sure, with all of his fellows. It would be nice in the future. He would create a exchange program to give opportunity for the UK fellows to travel to Utah, and maybe local fellows to travel in the UK for a short experience.
Wow, I think that's a great idea.
For me, that was very useful, and would be of benefit for American fellows as well.